And welcome to the Magic Minute. If you're new to the channel, my name's Alan Paletti. I'm a full-time professional magician. I give tips, tricks, tutorials, and reaction videos just like this one. So if that sounds cool to you, you might want to hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss a video. Today we're taking a look at Richard Turner. He is just an amazing performer, and I can't wait to watch this Penn and Teller's Fool Us video with Richard Turner. Stay tuned. Before we go anywhere, we definitely have to thank our patrons. Minnie, Jordan, Javier, and Don, thank you so much for being patrons of this channel and helping support the work that I'm doing here on YouTube. If you are watching this and you are interested in becoming a patron, there will be a link in the description below where you can find out more. Thanks for your consideration. Okay, so here we are, the incomparable Allison Hannigan. From, I think, How I Met Your Mother is how most people will know her from. I know her as Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love her as a choice for the host of the show. I think she's great. And let's go ahead and jump into Richard Turner on Penn and Teller's Fool Us.
Performing in their long-running Vegas magic show. Let's see if our first performer can do the trick.
My vision started going south when I was 9 years old. So I have no sight, but I don't call myself blind because I see things in ways that other people can't see. People always want to know how I can determine different cards. My thumbs and my fingers can feel things that other hands can't. I now have 10 eyeballs. I'm a card mechanic. I demonstrate how many ways you can be cheated at cards. A card mechanic is somebody who controls the outcome of a card game. And the techniques for the card table are literally 1,000 times more difficult to develop than the techniques used to perform card magic. Ever since I started...
He's actually right. I mean, that's, you know, there's, I think, a sense that there is a mythos that you create when you're a magician, or a card mechanic, but he's telling the truth there. The world, I mean, here's the thing. If you are a card magician and you mess up a trick, what's the worst that happens? Maybe you don't get paid for the show. Maybe. If you mess up at a card game when you're cheating, you have some much more serious consequences. So card mechanics are like hardcore, hardcore of hardcores.
Karate, people say, you're a black belt? How can you possibly fight? I haven't missed a workout in 45 years and 2 weeks. And we all have obstacles. All of us. You know what I consider the worst disability of all? Procrastination and laziness. Give me blindness over that any day of the week.
What a fabulous philosophy. That's a great view to have, I think.
Please welcome the amazing Richard Turner.
Penn, Teller, can you join me at my table, please?
Certainly.
Penn over here, Teller on this side. Come on.
Hello, sir.
Penn,
An honor.
pleasure.
An honor.
A pleasure. Well, howdy. I love it when the audience shows up. Well, I'm Richard Turner, and I represent why you should never play cards with strangers. As you heard, I'm not a magician. I'm what's known as a card mechanic, but what I do can appear very magical. Now, this is not to fool you yet, gentlemen. This is just to educate the audience. So when you play poker, blackjack, bridge, hold'em, whatever the game, you want to make sure the cards are evenly mixed. This is basic casino procedure, which is what is known as riffle. Riffle. You're supposed to do what's called a block cut or a strip cut. Another riffle, a cut. That is basic casino procedure. Now, in a private game, that's where the hustlers hang out. Here's something you never do when you play for me.
He's so charismatic, absolutely charismatic, a magnetic performer. You just love his personality and just kind of just gets sucked right in.
Money. Never shuffle with one hand.
If you want to learn how to do that,
Makes the other players
I'll leave a
nervous.
link.
And when they see you shuffle with one hand followed by a one-hand flip around cut, they get up and run. You're left playing with yourself. Right, Ben?
Exactly. I know that.
Ben, how many times would you say I shuffle and cut this deck?
I would say
6 or
about
7?
6, 7, yeah.
Let's see if this deck is evenly mixed. Does that look pretty even?
That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. I love that.
Ben, do we have ace through king, king through ace, king through ace? Did I shuffle it back into perfect numerical order?
I think you did, yeah.
Oh, well, we did it then, Penn. Thank you. Penn, would you do me a favor? Reach in and pull out a card. Just any random card.
Okay.
Tell me when you got one.
I got one.
All right. Square up this mess here. I'm going to show you a few moves. Hand me the card face up.
Face up.
Face up. So tell the audience what you picked.
7 of hearts.
Watch the 7 of hearts. I'm going to show you how I can magically keep his 7 on top by dealing underneath the top card. Watch face up.
Now, if you notice that, I've got some... Okay. There have been some criticisms about the way that I have taught Richard Turner's second deal, or I have a video on that, and I'll leave a link for that too. He's using a strike second there. That is a strike second. That's not, that's not a pushover. Sorry, but that looked like a strike second to me. I feel validated. Okay.
This is called dealing seconds, but you have to deal the cards as neatly as if you're dealing from the top.
Okay, no, okay, maybe that is a push. That is a push off. My bad. That's a push off. Okay. But it's a super smooth push off. Super smooth. Man.
Watch, I'll deal it in super slow motion. Super slow motion. 7 on top. See, the dealer will hit the other players. I'm playing blackjack. I have a...
Yeah. Yep. That's cool. That's cool. That's also a push second. That's a push off second. That's beautiful.
14, watch face up. See how the card stays as the second card
Gorgeous.
melts through the deck. Here's one-handed.
Oh, I love one-handed second deals. I think they're just a complete show-off move. But man, ooh,
Now,
watch
when the
that.
card is face down. When it's face down, so you can't tell you've been swinging.
God,
Isn't that fun?
mwah.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, Richard. Man, he's straight up legit doing that. Like, you know, a lot of the time magicians will say that they're doing something that they're not necessarily doing, right? They'll say, well, I'm doing this special secret move, or I'm stacking the deck, or I'm doing this, when they're not, you know, but they want to give the impression of it, and it's really about, you know, the effect that it has on the audience. That's why magicians call tricks effects. It's the effect it has on the audience. And so, you know, in magic, it doesn't really necessarily matter how you accomplish the effect, as long as that's what the audience's impression is. But he's actually doing what he's saying he's doing, and that's just beautiful. The amount of skill that you have to do that is just beautiful, beautiful. And he makes it look
You all
effortless.
saw that I had a full deck of cards here. Penn, I want you to take this half and give it a casino wash. Face up. And Teller, you take this half. I want the audience to see cards being randomly scrambled, mixed, screwed up in every possible way you can.
Okay.
Got it? May I have your cards there? Penn, let's wash those. Teller, would you wash those two halves together, please? Square them up for us, Teller. And then turn them face down. And when you're done, shuffle them in any fashion you like. Tell me when you're done. When you're done, set them face down in front of me. All right. Penn,
Sir.
you are going to be my interpreter.
Something else that I'm noticing that Richard is doing is that he's very clear in his directions. He has to be, because being that he's not sighted, he has to know where the cards are and their orientation and all that kind of stuff. And so what I like about his style is that he can give very clear directions, easy to understand, clear directions, without it sounding demanding or controlling. It's just like, hey, do it. So what I want you to know is, if you're a magician, watch this and take some notes from this, as far as like whenever you're having, especially if you're doing like Zoom shows and people got to do stuff in their hands on the other side of the screen, take some key points from this and watch this and see how he is very clearly and concisely giving directions, but doing it in a very friendly way. That's a skill in itself.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a few questions of Teller. You're going to tell me if he nods his head yes, or if he nods his head no.
Okay.
If you understood what I said, nod yes.
He
nodded
said yes.
All right, we're in business. Have you ever played in a private game where it's your deal, it's Penn's deal, it's my deal? You know what I'm talking about. Dealer deck is passed around the table.
Yes, he knows
Yes?
what you're talking
All
about.
right.
No, he doesn't play cards.
Very smart. Now, if this works, it'll almost look like magic because it'll appear as if nothing happened. I'm going to do the same thing you just watched. Riffle. And once again, you guys just scrambled these cards.
We did.
Riffle. And then again, you're supposed to do what's called a strip, cut, another riffle, and a cut. Now,
see, and I know the techniques that he's using. I can't do them, but I can watch them with admiration and just see how beautiful. You see that camera's right on the edge of the table, looking at his hands as he's doing it, and I know he's doing some stuff right there. I know what he's doing, but it's just so perfectly executed as to be invisible, even to my eyes. Like, I know what he's doing because I know what he has to do to get to accomplish what he's doing, but I'm not seeing it, and that's the hat is off. The proverbial hat is off, Richard. You're incredible, Richard Turner, everybody. Richard Turner, the king of cards. Move over, Harry Houdini, the new king of cards.
we're going to deal a hand of Hold'em. Penn, you're going to tell me how many players step up to the table. And mind you, we're doing this after the deck has been shuffled and cut.
Okay.
5, 6, or 7. Pick a number.
6.
6 players. 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
5, 6. 1,
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
and then we have what's called a burn, and we have what's called the flop.
Yep.
Penn, what are those 3 cards? Tell the audience.
My favorite 3 of clubs, followed by the jack of spades and the king of spades.
And we have a burn, and we have what's called the turn. What is that card?
That's the 6 of spades.
And we have a burn, and we have what's called the river. What is that?
That's the king of hearts.
Now, Penn, you can take any one of these hands here. Teller, these are yours. Don't let anyone see your cards. And let's see if you go ahead and turn over a few hands and see
Any
if you,
hand I want?
Any hand you want.
Okay, I've turned over the second hand.
And what do you have?
And I'll turn them all over, as a matter of fact.
What the heck? What the heck? Turn them all over. See, and I'll tell you this: no matter how good those hands are, they're not going to beat my partner Teller's hand.
Yeah, we got a queen and a 4, so
Nothing really exciting. Would you
queen
clear
and 9.
those tables?
I sure will.
Clear that table. All right. Let me have your cards there, Teller. You can let go. He was afraid I was going to steal them. Now, once again, you shuffled and cut. Chose
Yes, we did.
6
Yes, we
players.
did.
Let's see what Teller has in the pocket. Penn, what is that?
That's a king.
And what is that?
That's another king.
The nuts. Once again, you shuffled and cut.
Beautiful.
You chose
Beautiful.
6 players. And so on that board, we ended up with 4 kings, right?
Yes, we did.
Well, gentlemen, you can now go back to your huddle and see if you can reconstruct, leaving out the 13 different methods, techniques, and controls it took to take that wash shuffle deck to deal that pat hand to my partner. Oh, and Teller?
That's interesting. Stop there and listen to what he just said. Think about what he just said. Can you go back and reconstruct the 13 techniques that I used? He has reframed what fool us means, right? That is very smart, because he goes, well, yeah, I know you know that I'm using techniques, right, to accomplish all this, but can you reconstruct the techniques that I used in order of them to tell me what I did exactly? That means he's created his own playing field. Now, verbally, he's gone, hey guys, you're now judging this based on the credentials that I'm giving you, not on what you would. That's brilliant. I love that. I love that.
If I perhaps fooled you, do you want to communicate with me? My right ear reads lips. Anyway, hope you all had fun, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Thank you, Teller.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Fantastic. Here's some more.
Thank you.
No problem.
And you and I just
Miss us.
Yeah.
We got nothing to say. He fooled us.
Oh my goodness.
Let me go sit down. No, never mind. I'm just gonna. What am I sitting down for? I don't need to sit down. It's Richard Turner. Of course he fooled me, right?
Never seen you. Oh, yeah, I know. You got the trophy here. I want to make this very clear to you, Richard. This trophy we're giving you, it says on it,
That's what it says.
from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Wow. Richard Turner, Penn and Teller's Fool Us. What's there to say? He's amazing. Of course he's amazing. If you don't know about Richard Turner, this is the first time you've ever seen Richard Turner perform. Well, there you go. It's this is just the very top of the iceberg here. There's a lot to see. In fact, I would even recommend a video called Dealt that talks about his life and the work that he does. So I would definitely go check a look at that. And if you want to learn some of the techniques, Richard actually has DVDs out that teach how to do what he does. So I'll leave links for those down below too. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.